Hi there, welcome to the second video on the Chuanyu 1/350th scale Arizona build that I'm putting together. I'm just about ready to get some paint on the hull, then come back and do the veneer deck and get the main deck bits attached. Trying to pick some good spots here to kind of drop videos up, trying to keep them quick and dirty, capturing my impressions along the way, and not waste a lot of people's time. So far, just for fun, I've been keeping track of my time, see how much it's going to cost compared to going to a movie. I got about 29 hours in so far. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot cheaper than a movie by the time I'm finishing, especially with the speed of the putting together this PE in here. I've done it before, but never on this kind of a scale with some of the really finer details that are in PE on this one. So I'm going to shoot you some impressions about the kit so far, what I did like, what I don't like. Nothing major that I don't like about it at all. So let's just jump in and take a look at what I've done so far for the PE. So the instructions called for all the bollards and the anchor chain and the winches to be done. I've got a whole bunch of hatchways, and I've got some tie-down cleats, which were horrible for my old hands and eyes to put together. And then we got some hose reels and the secondary guns. I found out that with PE, I get really good by the time I'm done with getting the number of sets that I needed, usually with one or two left to go. One thing that I really was kind of not thrilled with was just the hose holes and having to drill those out myself. I still got the filling in there. I've got to come back and sand that all out. I think it'll look fine afterwards. I'm assuming that they couldn't mold the holes into the side without losing some of this great detail that's on the side of the hull itself. So I'm not going to complain too much as long as I get this sanded out and it looks halfway decent in the end. Life is good. What do I like? I do like the different details on the instructions. The different colors and the layout of them is pretty nice. Really spells out on the PE what you're doing and where it's got to go. Separates it out nicely. Not so crazy as some of the PE in order of operations. This right here, the PE 37, the long line running down the ship. When you look at the picture, it's kind of hard to determine, for me anyway, what's the end point of that piece in the beginning to make sure it's in the right position. Pretty sure I've got it all sussed out to coming into this location here, and that's fine, but it still doesn't give me a great spot to start. Going back to the instructions, order operations, you look at everything before you start. When it gets to the aft section, it shows you a PE 38, and it gives you a really great starting point because the bend lines up right with a bollard up on the deck, so you know exactly where to place that piece, and you can use that as a base for your first, and then go from there for the rest of them all the way down the hull line. So that's going to work out rather well. Like I said, I do love the color pictures, but you get to some of them and you're like, well, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's telling me to put guns down here, but the next page is actually putting down all the PE in that spot where it goes. So it's kind of a little out of order. That's just my OCD kicks in and goes, hey, that picture shouldn't be there yet. Keep it for later on. It is great to have all this reference material to look at. So, I mean, when you unpack this kit, really get yourself planned and set up and take a good look around. It's going to be a lot of fun. For this hull, I'm going to go along with the Measure 2 partial changeover. Lauren Bruner, he was on the painting crew, and his recollections were that they did have the 5S blue on the hull and the turrets, but not to the superstructure. He was on the painting crew. So I'm going to go along with his resolution there, his recollections rather, and keep the upper superstructure in the dark gray and have the transition down below. So it's kind of a mix of measures. I believe that after that had the incident with the Oklahoma, they started the painting job there in October, November, and it was like that on December 7th when she was attacked and went down. So a lot of fun so far. Subscribe if you want to see the paint job come out next time around. I think it's a great looking model. Lots and lots of fun details, lots of hours to spend on it, and I'm looking forward to sharing the ride with y'all. Any questions, as always, go ahead and drop them down there. I'll try to get back to you as quick as possible. If you want a picture of certain parts or you want to see something specific coming up, go ahead and give a holler. I'll do the best I can to help you make a decision about if this kit is the right one for you. Till then, take care. We'll catch you on the flip side.